яблони и груши, поплыли туманы над рекой. Выходила на берег Катюша, на высокий берег, на крутой.
Hello everyone, this is Mr. Katusha, and as you can see, this battle has kicked off with a cap charge. The unit's now breaking, but they'll come back. I think maybe they'll keep routing. My cannon crew is coming back, which is good, getting back on the cannons. But the only problem is that their morale is down. Hopefully that'll go back up, but we've lost about half the unit there. So anyway, I'll go into the armies and what's going on. So over here we have Sweden. Now Sweden's going way around the flank, which is a pretty good tactic. Now the strategy was to have more of quantity over quality. So most of their troops are militia or just standard line infantry. Yeah, so they're going to use more numbers than they have better troops and elites and stuff like that. Over here we have the Holy Roman Empire, which has a pretty balanced army. You have some cannons, a lot of cav, and a good roster of infantry here. Over here, you have some German line infantry, Italian. I don't think that said Italian. Oh yeah, I guess it is Italian. Over here, more German line infantry, different Croatian troops here, Freikorps, and yeah, just different units here, Germanic inspired. And anyway, so yeah, my ally Sweden, my other allies, Holy Roman Empire, I'm playing as Russia from 1807, and we're fighting against Spain from 1812, and two French armies from 1811. So France is going to be pretty hard to deal with, but so is Spain, because they have a pretty big army, but not as hard as France. Looks like one of our generals has already died, and that is the Swedish general, who got killed by a guerrilla unit from behind. Spanish being sneaky here with their hussars. Looks like some Swedish troops chasing after the cav here, trying to get away. Doesn't seem like they're trapped here, so they're going to go in for a charge for the artillery. Just not good. Yeah, totally wiping out the unit of artillery there. That's not good either for the Swedish. So we're losing a lot of artillery here. I mean, I still have moderately healthy and okay morale unit here of artillery, but yeah, they out RD us here. They have way more RD than us. Their cav though, luckily we have more cav than them. Well, combined on this front here, on this flank, we have more troops, more cav. Now France 1811, or yeah, 1811 is kind of worried because they defend this front against Sweden, but they also have to worry over here about the my army, the Russians, coming in and coming on this flank here. Now I was kind of scared to push up because I was scared they were gonna do canister here and fire on my cannons. Getting some hits there into my artillery. Jeez, and that artillery is loud. Okay, they're reloading here. These guys are ready to fire these two. Some other ones firing here. Oh geez, some of the guys are already getting hit by artillery fire. Doesn't seem like anyone from this unit, but maybe these units over here. Maybe it was the cav unit, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, this unit right here got hit. Some guys back there. So yeah, they're gonna lumber now. Get into a better position. Over here you have the Spanish, more artillery, spraying the lines with canister, which isn't really doing too much. It's taking out some units here, but you have this small ridge here, which was smartly used by the Holy Roman Empire to block any shots or artillery fire, so you have some a way to block off any incoming artillery or gunfire, which is smart because if they're out in the open here, canister would probably destroy the units. Yeah, so over here, the Swedish getting hit hard by this artillery. can see this from their perspective, marching up. Oh geez, the shot coming in right there, taking out a soldier. Poor guy. Seems like another guy got killed. That guy, I don't know if he's dead. He might get back up. Now this guy, that is a tough man right there, getting back up after getting hit with a cannonball. Yeah, so the Swedish taking a lot of casualties before they're even on the front yet, which is not so good for their army. You have some Jaegers up here, but they're in a looser formation, so it's going to be harder to get good hits on them, where these units over here are in a pretty thick formation. So yeah, another cap charge going into my artillery here. We'll get hit by some canister before reaching my cannons. So again, using that canister. Yeah, canister's taking out some troops there. Another canister should come in pretty soon. Point blank right into that area there. They're about to break, taking out, I don't know, 6 troops, 7. See, they're retreating. They broke my cannons, but at least we fended off 2 attacks from the French and Spanish so far, defeating 2 of their units. These guys are probably going to rally, though. They haven't lost too much. Over here you have some Corsairs. Breaking unit of Dragoons was good, but breaking the Corsairs would be better. They're heavy cav, pretty good. Over here, it looks like the French are moving up, pushing hard on the flank here against these Grenadiers. These are probably some of the best units, though, that the Holy Roman Empire has on this flank here. You have some Freikorps over there. And over here you have 3 cannons. Oh no, a dude getting taken out there. Actually 4 cannons. And a random horse just running across the field. Jeez. So yeah, they did get some friendly fire. Or I think it was from the fire over there, but it took out some of the troops from these units, as you can see there. That dude getting taken out, taking a cannonball to the face. Oh no, but he gets up. That guy might be tougher than the Swedish guy. I mean, jeez, right to the face there. This is the only reason why, if I was actually in this game or in this time period, I would not want to work on the cannons. I mean, being anywhere would be bad, but especially artillery or cavalry too. Because I mean, cavalry, you just have a sword and you have to fight guys with guns. So yeah, these crazy guys in front just standing in front of them. Oh, geez, 2 guys getting hit to the side there by a cannonball. So yeah, cannon fire coming in. Let's check the other sides. So it looks like Spain's setting up, moving their cannons forward a little bit. Now I'm going to move my troops behind the small ridge here for cover, because they could fire a canister or a standard shot, which I do not need to take out my troops. Over here I moved up my troops too far. I wanted them to stay hidden, but they weren't hidden up there. Now the Spanish are moving up more cannons over here, and the French seem to be moving. Oh, we have a line battle erupting over here. And Cav looks like they're about to engage. So this is one of the first big engagements of the battle. You have Cav over here, and a line battle right here. Looks like we're about to charge in some of my Cav in the thick of it. Some Cuirassiers. Should easily be able to deal with this smaller unit of Cuirassiers here with more Cav. This unit down here getting broken pretty quickly. That's pretty obvious. The Cheshire/Fall couldn't stand against the Dragoons. The SARs coming in will quickly be taken out as well. So France kind of brought the wrong arrangement here to the battle. They just probably hope that they can win this line battle over here and win the flank. But yeah, now, oh jeez. Now we have the total cav superiority, not even losing a unit there on this flank, which is very good. It pays off later. So yeah, this unit forming square. We're not running into the flank yet though, because a square would decimate our units. Very smart putting a unit that can form a square on the flank. So his units rallied, so I was going to chase after it, which wasn't very smart of me. Yeah, I followed too long because I was microing in other areas. So yeah, the line battle's still going on here. France seems to be a little bit outnumbered. but they're sending up more reinforcements. So now the Holy Roman Empire is outnumbered. It seems like they're gonna readjust their line. Jeez, crazy line battle going over here. I'll move the map. They're on the hill up there. Let's get a close view. It's fighting like crazy up there. What the heck? Oh, it's a trumpet guy. This guy is so weird. Wait, let me see. He looks like he totally doesn't want to be here. I mean, just look at that face. Now his eyes glowing. It's really weird. This guy's amazing. Over here, these 5 corps fighting very hard. They're very much outnumbered, but they're still hanging on. Down here, they're fighting against the 57th, 13th, 88th, 17th of France. So yeah, my cav is on this hill behind their flank. And I was thinking to go for their cav because their units over here don't seem to be too good. He's gonna get some friendly fire here from these cannons. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, they're too far away now. So yeah, going for the center, going for that artillery over there, he better watch out for his units. Now that the cav is left, I thought I would be able to go for the artillery, but I was mistaken. You have some Swedish cuirassiers over here. Now the Swedish are being very careful of going around the flank, making sure not to get attacked from the side. Moving around here towards these 2 LOC points. As you can see on the map, it's an LOC map with the stars. That means each star is 1 point. Sometimes it's 4 or 6 different points each time. Oh, and what do we have here? A line battle about to erupt for me. Yeah, so my troops moving to the flank here outnumber the French, but it's kind of awkward of a fighting here because the street is pretty tight. I mean, it's still a big street, but to fit a whole line in here, it's kind of awkward and weird. So yeah, my guy's taking some casualties. It's pretty easy to fire into these big chunks here, so they're gonna get probably more kills. Yep, that's my cav. They got ambushed by more cav and unit here of square, which I did not see. Thought I could easily go for this artillery if we were more smart and know that there would be more support there. So it looks like the Holy Roman Empire sent in reinforcements because the center right here of France isn't really much. It's more like 2 fronts. Looks like he's going to be able to fire off artillery. They survived that cav charge, it seems like. Yeah, unit of cav coming in here. These guys got broken though. Yep, firing off canister here, getting a great hit right here between both units. Yeah, so that unit breaking there, it seems like they were under pretty harsh artillery fire. So you have some of this Holy Roman Empire of their cuirassier, or not cuirassier, but the dragoons, and more dragoons moving back to their lines back there. Okay, so a great cav charge for the Holy Roman Empire, taking out the flank here of France, not only to retreat, and now he can move troops over here to support the flank there. Taking out France is vital. But yeah, now just a line battle going on between both sides. Your musketeers here firing off good shots. Yes, this is going to be a pretty bloody part of the battle. I'm fighting both France and Spain over here. It's mainly just France and France back here as well. Spain though has to come around to support his ally because they are crashing on this flank over here. So will the Holy Roman Empire be able to get another unit before breaking? Looks like their unit is shaking. Yes, they can get another unit, so now they're breaking. That's good. The square is quickly going to be routed. This unit charging up. Their flank has kind of fallen apart now. They have nothing really over here, so Spain has to send in their reinforcements, which frees up space for me, thanks to the Holy Roman Empire over here doing a great job working their magic. Over here you have the Grenadiers just sitting back, a pretty good unit that could push up on this flank, which I'm pretty sure he does later. You have some dragoons moving up to the front again to seal this gap here, make sure no cab comes through. So yeah, the French have been totally wiped out on this flank. Everyone's routing. They don't really have much left. Some of them are rallying, and you still have the cannons back here. But yeah, they've lost most of their cav, and they've lost their infantry on this flank. So now Spain has to move up. So maybe he can go for the cannons. Not sure, just kind of nibbling at this unit here, killing some of the troops, making sure they can't rally. Here you have some infantry setting up. Yeah, the Holy Roman Empire is probably going to be broken here by the square. Yeah, charging in, but too late. That unit did a great job, but yeah, they've broken now. Over here, luckily, they freed up more space for me to move because they've retreated back, so now I have more space to push up, and I can move some troops to the flank to fire on the French. So now, since the French are outnumbered and outflanked, they're sending more troops in, but also falling back. Getting some good kills here. So yeah, firefight there erupting between some of their troops, some of the Spanish troops, and my troops. So yeah, the Holy Roman Empire just falling back here, holding their position on this hill. Going in would be a bit too aggressive. Right now, it's just kind of going back and forth. They retreat, they advance, I retreat, then I advance. So yeah, no really decisive decisions yet in this area over here. Just kind of waiting. Over here, France has to retreat because their center has fallen. So they have to get all their troops together, what they have left, and fight on the flank. Yeah, over here, these troops have suffered a lot of casualties, but they're still in the green for morale. They're actually pretty eager, confident, and eager, so pretty good morale over there. So yeah, the center here didn't suffer as many casualties as it did on the two flanks. France maybe holding more of a strong center might have helped them, but yeah, now it's just really down to how much the Spanish can help them on the flank and how much the Spanish can push in the front and the other French army can do. So he's pulling these troops into, I don't know, reserves. I'm not sure what he was doing with the units. Yeah, but it's pretty good. These are just conscripts, so they can break pretty quickly since they're just a militia. It also seems like he needs to push some units over to the house, which I think he might do with these later. Because he has to hold this point, and the Swedish are coming in. Seems like now, yeah. Forming a line on this area here. So yeah, my troops just lining up. So yeah, a pretty big line here of Russian soldiers. Some over here. Spanish still moving up to this flank. It seems like the Holy Roman Empire is going to counter them and move their troops over there. The Holy Roman Empire has to retreat here because they're heavily outnumbered on this flank here by the opposing French. So this is pretty much all the French army has left. It's over here, and their cannons and general back here. Some troops over here that have come back. So yeah, they're gonna move up here. This unit breaking and support this flank. So now they're moving in their artillery, and they can fire canister. So I was gonna move my troops back to a spot where they couldn't hit me, which is a pretty good spot. Now the nice thing about this map is that there's a lot of buffers. So you have a buffer here with houses and trees in it. You have one here, kind of, and some thick trees and houses in the way. And this lake here, which I use to my advantage, so that way they can't flank around. So yeah, now engaging in a line battle with both France and Spain on this side. It looks like Spain's going to advance 2 units here to my flank over here. I can push up these units though and get them in the flank while they're trying to flank me. Because right now I outnumber them on this flank, and on this flank I'm outnumbered. So yeah, he's going to push these 3 units over here to my flank here. So that's why I retreat back to the lake. So I'm kind of worried about this unit of cuirassiers back here. And yeah, he's firing canister at me right now, it seems like. I don't know how well that's doing because it's firing pretty far. So yeah, firing at their troops. Their flank back here fell back. Now he has to push these 2 units over to the flank, so that frees up space for me to attack these units back here. So France is going to pull off from the French flank, so now I can kind of win this flank. And this flank is very important because if I win this flank, we can collapse into the center of Spain and beat them there. Now the Holy Roman Empire, to do this, still has to beat both France and Spain. The same with me. I have to beat France over here and Spain over here. Now Sweden did a great job of being a diversion. They have to pull the forces from France over here, and they have to fight on 2 fronts, which is not only hard to micro, but at the same time their forces are spread out and they don't have as many concentrated in one area. You have sort of a battery position here, kind of a hill, a ridge to fire on them. Yeah, but there's kind of this hill in the way that they can't really fire over. Over here you have some Spanish, but it's kind of a tricky position. They're almost getting some friendly fire here, it seems like. Shell landing right near the troops. So yeah, you have a pretty big healthy French line here, or mostly healthy French line. Whereas this flank right here, you only have 3 units that are pretty small units that are outnumbered by this flank over here. Only 3 units. This unit's pretty healthy here though. Unit of infantry. So yeah, the Freikorps firing off some shots here into the French lines. So now another line battle will erupt between the French and the Holy Roman Empire for a second time.
Our men are running, sir.
Over here, I tried to charge their cannons, which I did successfully, taking out one of their cannons, so now it will break, and I'm safe from the cannon fire. But I've lost a unit to their cuirassiers, which is bad. Hopefully I can get some shots, maybe take out a cuirassier or 2. But yeah, taking out their cav is probably one of the most important things I can do. Yeah, so that musketeer unit, luckily they were an elite unit, but taking out that cannon there, doing a great job. Over here, this line right here has to reform because I just charged them. They lost 20 troops, which is pretty big. So yeah, again, as I was saying, I retreated back to this lake here, using it as a buffer. Yeah, so these 3 troops marching back to the front line to defend their flank here. But it's not looking too good for this France. They're pretty spread out, and their ally of France over here is pretty beat. Over here, France tried to flank around, but it seems like the Holy Roman Empire countered that. Now they're flanking this unit here, but they're pretty much outnumbered. Getting some kills there. Oh, it seems like the trumpeter got killed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the trumpeter.
Our men are running, sir.
Yeah, one of my units is running. It seems like, yeah, so a cap charge by the cuirassiers. They're taking out 2 units, which is not good for me. I have these troops here that try to flank around and get some shots on the French, but or on the Spanish, not the French. But not really getting too many kills there. So yeah, spreading out my units in this buffer here, using this as a good advantage. It's kind of hard to shoot over the small ridge here. So yeah, I'm trying to fight off this unit of cuirassiers, but it's just not working. He broke my whole flank over here, which isn't good. So now I have to move these troops, these 3 units over here to the flank there. Which right now it's not going very well for my troops. So I have to march my troops back and get them in position. These Corsairs getting out alive with only 1 unit left, so I'm going to retreat them back as quick as I can. I'm pretty surprised they didn't break with how much morale and then getting shot in the back. Over here, the Holy Roman Empire actually some of their units starting to are being shaken, and the morale's dropping over here. See the Holy Roman Empire over here on this flank, not really much going on over here, but on the flank here, a lot going on. So you have some Spanish cav. It seems like the Holy Roman Empire is going to counter that with some of their own cav. Now Dragoons are definitely going to beat the I'm not sure what kind of unit this is. Seem like Dragoons themselves. Delania, which means probably probably some kind of mounted infantry of some sort. So yeah, definitely would lose to Dragoons. Dragoons are much heavier of a cav. You have also supporting cuirassiers, so they'll win that cav engagement over there. Over here, the Holy Roman Empire firing at these troops over here. The French, still a line battle going on. Seems like this flank they're starting to shoot at each other a little bit, getting closer. Now here on this flank, I'm winning, but it seems like they're pressing 2 new units in. So I'm moving this unit that rallied back up into my lines up here. So yeah, my elites and my grenadiers on this flank piece, they really had to win this flank over here using my best troops. And I'll lose some good troops over here, but it'll be to my advantage to win this battle. Yeah, so over here, a lot of their troops are losing morale, especially this unit here. Seems like one of their units that's broken, but they can come back in. They have some cav moving into the flank, well, around the flank actually. You have the Spanish cav trying to support, but they probably won't get there in time. And then you have the Spanish cuirassiers here, which will probably take out this unit. So yeah, they're still firing. A lot of smoke and death here. It's a pretty bloody front over here. As well in the city. I kept doing a great job by Spain taking out my troops. Over here he's moving some troops into my flank, but luckily I have 2 units here to counter them. I'm moving up my troops over here to fire on their French line. Okay, so getting off some good volleys here. Actually, I don't think they're in range. Yes, they are in range. Quite loud there. Yeah, these troops here are getting taken out. He's sending in a unit of cav, some corsairs. Luckily I can form a square, so I was trying to charge the unit there through this thick brush, but it doesn't seem like I'll be able to make it. I formed a square just in time on this unit, so he's going to retreat out of there. Luckily, some of them I think are corsairs. Yeah, so it's corsairs there. So now I'm going to start charging again. This is an elite unit, which I probably should have used a less important unit, and I probably should have sent them around the flank here. Yeah, the corsairs are gonna wipe up that unit pretty quickly. Also getting shot in the flank there by some of their some of the Spanish troops. So now I've made more space, but using that elite unit there wasn't very smart. I should have probably sent a grenadier unit in. I have 2 units of grenadiers down here. Yeah, so over here the line battle's still going on. Seems like I'm losing a little bit. I'm outnumbered. Over here, a great charge by the Holy Roman Empire, getting into their lines, breaking a unit there. But it seems like they're going to get broken pretty quickly. The Spanish are countering to the assault by the Holy Roman Empire. Over here, most of the French army has broken, and it's crazy because the Holy Roman Empire was outnumbered. Some of their troops were breaking, and they were very much depleted in terms of health and troop number. But yeah, over here they're breaking the flank, which is they're doing a great job over here, taking out the Spanish on this flank here. So by now it's looking pretty bad for France. They've been pushed back. They've lost the flank over here. Yeah, as well, of course, the troops over here didn't stand a chance to the Swedish cuirassiers. Up here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, the Swedish are going into a line battle. Seems like they're starting to attack and get closer to these front lines. Yes, over here firing at these French. Spanish have some troops on the flank in case I try another aggressive attack like that. So on this flank here, I just have musketeers. They're not really elite. They're just normal troops. Yeah, nothing too great. It seems like the French are moving their units somewhere else. I'm not sure. Over here, pushing my flank. In the middle, it seems like they're losing morale. They've lost a lot of troops. Yeah, they're losing quite a lot of troops. Over here, also losing some morale. If this center breaks, then Spain will do it by themselves. Looks like Spain's actually charging my unit here. It's not good. So I formed a square because I couldn't see through the bushes here. So I'm gonna form a square because I actually thought it was cav, which wasn't very smart. But that should help. Squares also help against melee, so I'm firing at them now. So yeah, still firing at them. They're breaking luckily, so I'm gonna form back out of my square and just get shots down. This unit over here breaking, so they're readjusting. France is readjusting their line. Now Sweden is winning this line battle very well, so they're gonna move their troops all the way to the flank over here and around and beat France. So now they're sending in their cav. France realizes that they're losing the flank. They can't lose it, so they've the 202 troops and some pretty risky troops coming through the center here of the line battle. Not actually losing too many troops, but some there. So I form a square, and luckily that breaks this unit almost instantly, but this 202 cav is going to be pretty hard to defeat. Stabbing one of my troops there, an air stab, it's kind of weird. Yeah, the flag bearer, just holding that flag in the center there. Yeah, so at this point, it's looking pretty bad for France. They're losing the flank over here. Sweden's coming around. France over here is losing their troops, so they're sending some over to the flank to support this area. But yeah, France is losing. They're just going to charge in here and give up their troops. Yeah, so France has been totally defeated on this flank. Spain is still doing okay, but it looks like they're going to be flanked pretty soon by the Holy Roman Empire coming in through here. That cannon over there is still going, surprisingly. Hasn't even taken, well, they've taken one casualty, but that's it. Over here you have some Swedish cuirassiers. Probably could easily charge into this unit over here, but you still have that unit of, that can form a square, so you have to be careful of that. You have Swedish troops that even captured this LOC over here, doing a great job coming around the flank. Yeah, so Sweden's gonna beat these units here. My troops are running, it seems like. I'm not sure which unit. So yeah, Spain is just charging in now. Just hoping they can get some kind of certain, like taking desperate measures just to make sure they can secure a spot, but it doesn't seem like that'll happen. Yeah, so I'm holding this area here. These guys in the middle, ready to defend. Yeah, so this unit's gonna retreat back. Maybe they'll do another charge. I don't know. But yeah, retreating there. Not throwing all their troops into a square. So yeah, it's looking pretty bad on this flank. I'm losing pretty bad. This unit seems like they don't have the best morale. This unit's already broken. And yeah, more Holy Roman Empire flanking around the flank. Flanking around the side. You have Swedish troops coming from the flank, so yeah, this unit breaking here. They tried to charge into my units, but it seems like it broke too quickly. So now Spain seems like they're just going to retreat and form a defensive area here, perimeter around this area. But yeah, they're going to get encircled pretty soon by the Swedish coming in from this way, the Holy Roman Empire coming from this way, and Russia coming in, or my army coming in from this way. So it seems like France might just charge in here. They're surrounded by Swedish, and there's not really much they can do left. This unit breaking here. I'm shooting this unit still, even though I'm trying to hit this unit, but it's still good because I have to make sure they can't come back. But yeah, it doesn't seem like they're going to. This unit here getting taken out by the Swedish.
Our men are
I mean,
running,
at this
sir.
point, yeah, everyone's pretty much breaking. There's not really much Spain can do. France is almost completely broken by now. They still have some troops left, but not really much. You have some Holy Roman Empire over here with some cool helmets. Almost look like they're gonna play polo or something. I mean, just look at those helmets. It's funny. Over here you have some more troops. Again, just shooting, I guess. All of these seem to be the
Our men are
same. Yeah.
running, sir.
Same troops. Yeah, so Spain does a desperate charge there, actually taking out my flank, which isn't good. But by now, they break through my center, but it's too late because, I mean, you already have troops coming in from all sides. So over here, we've broken them on the flank. You still have Spain up here. I'm gonna get into a line and fire, but by now, I can pretty much just charge them. Getting beautiful shots off there into this unit, getting some kills. Up here you have some Spanish troops. We're flanking around here though, so yeah, by now it's looking pretty down for the Spanish army. Right here, this is pretty much just execution. I mean, is this really necessary? Look how close they are to each other. Jeez. Yeah, this unit breaking almost immediately. We lost so many troops. Yeah, both of them. Like, that was one volley. It's crazy. The Holy Roman Empire doesn't even care anymore. They're like, tactics, what are tactics? They're just like, finishing the battle, you know. And the battle is almost over. And sometimes I hate to draw the battle, so sometimes I'll just charge in and try to finish off the troops before the battle just ends and draws. So yeah, this unit breaking over here. I mean, by now it doesn't really matter. They're pretty much surrounded. You have Sweden over here blocking this road. Russia and Sweden over here defending this area. And then the Holy Roman Empire blocking this whole area over here. Looks like Spain is going for another desperate charge. Actually break a unit here. Doing pretty good. I mean, that was obvious. Oh, jeez, he threw the guy off his horse. And yeah, the general's gonna break or get killed.
Kill their general, sir. Now they must break.
Yeah, that was the general there. His head's still... I don't know what he's doing with his head. That's weird. Yeah, he died. Yeah, Spain just coming in. There's not really much they can do. I mean, how is this unit even able to lose morale? I mean, like, come on, like, it's the end of the battle, and, like, you're losing morale. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, like, you're winning, and that's sad. This unit over here, about to break. Yeah, again, just Sweden pushing in. Looks like they're going for a charge. I'm gonna move my troops because they're, Sweden's getting some friendly fire, which is my fault, I guess, for moving my troops in front of them. Over here, Spain getting mowed down by, Holy Roman Empire's fire. This unit going in for a charge here. Pushing them back a couple of feet, actually probably more than a couple of feet, more like a couple of yards. Over here, my elite unit is charging in, but there's not really any point. How is my unit? That unit broke. That's disgraceful. I mean, like, how do you break? Like, the units have already broken and they break, and they still have 48 troops. This unit is breaking too. Oh my god, these guys need to get some nerves, man. And the funniest part is that that's an elite unit. Actually, these are 2 grenadiers, but they do great in melee, but yet they're breaking. That is sad. So I'm going to charge into this final French unit over here. If they don't break before I even reach them. Hopefully my units don't break. Yeah. My unit actually is breaking now. That's hilarious. I mean, it makes sense. Look how old these guys are. Like, seriously. Look at that old man. Like, no wonder they're breaking. It's probably like, stop marching me. It's my 99th birthday. Okay, over here we're killing this unit of conscripts. Yeah, they're out of the way. I mean, that's just really sad. Over here, the last of the French units breaking. The battle should pretty much be over soon. France over here is still holding on. Oh, you have a cav unit charging in now. Jeez, my computer got weird there. Okay, charging in. If they break... Oh my god, Sweden, you're a disgrace too. This is so sad. I mean, France, how much more OP can they get? Over here you have some Jaegers just standing there. I'd love to be in this unit. You don't have to march around. It's nice. Anyway, over here you have some troops that have rallied. It seems like these guys are still around. Wow. Jeez, okay, so you have a unit coming in here. These guys getting broken pretty quickly. They should be being broken pretty quickly. This unit is now actually, okay, good. I was about to say if you break too, that'd be sad. This unit's breaking, they're not even being shot at. Okay, maybe they're being friendly fired, but still. We still have 84 troops. This unit of cav still breaking. Just shooting here. Now they're gonna push their troops. We just have to take out this last unit and that should be the battle. Yeah, because everyone else is broken. Man, the French are like 10 times more dedicated than like our team combined. It's like we're gonna stay in it, and then like
Glorious victories,
our units break
soon to be yours.
when nothing's even going on. Okay, now they're being broken. I hope, because if not, it's gonna be sad. Are these guys in a duel here? Okay, not anymore. Okay, they're being broken. That's good. And yeah, that should be the battle. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's the last unit. So yeah, on my team I got the least amount of kills, which is kind of sad. I guess my line battle didn't really pay off. Maybe I didn't kill that many people. Panzerhaft doing a great job playing as the Holy Roman Empire, turning around the battle there. Sweden using great tactics as well, coming around the flank. Yeah, the other team did well too, holding out. It's just that, yeah, our in the end our cannons and everything just paid off, as well as losing the cav over here on this flank over there. Yeah, losing that really affected their cav superiority, and that really helped us win the battle. Anyway, great job to all the players, Panzerhaft, Sergeant Wilson, Leonardo Soler, Dark Chieftain, and Andre for all playing. Yeah, the highest unit kills was 253, not too great. Yeah, but I did okay in the battle, I guess. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.